I hate to get all Andy Rooney about it, but...
You guys want to talk some conspiracy shit or what? I hunger.
It's aliens, man! They're eating the broadcast!
Well, that's great! That's just fucking great, man! Now what the fuck are we supposed to do?
Not even Big Brother can stop us.
We're some real pretty shit now, man!
Oh shit, maybe they can.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over. What the fuck are we gonna do now? What are we gonna do?
Aliens ate my broadcast with your host, The Unknown Factor, and myself, Mistah DKB.
Maybe we could build a fire, sing a couple of songs, huh?
Get into the unexplained, conspiracy, paranormal, cryptozoology, UFOs. Why the fuck bats look fucking like they're having a dance off when they're hanging upside down? What the fuck is that shit?
Why don't we try that?
I'm just saying.
We all like fluffy discs of cake with syrup on top, and I think we also like to be accused of crimes when there's evidence.
The shit could be real.
You finished?
Tune in right now, motherfucker. Get 8. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that's right. No Fucks Given Radio, the official radio for all y'all who don't give a fuck. I was so fucked that I was about to press the play button and run the intro again instead of pressing the mic button and going live. DKB, I was about to fuck up pretty heavy.
That would have been a fuck up.
Yeah. Everybody's
but
like,
I can't hear it on my end, so I wouldn't even know.
See, that's the thing, for real. The guests, if I did some shit like that, or any of the other hosts, or anybody that calls in, they'd have no idea I did that. Like, my wife probably wouldn't even notice sitting right next to me. I would be the only one that caught it, and anyone listening would be like, why the fuck did that just happen? What kind of technical glitch did they just have? Factor being a moron. But ladies and gentlemen, this is Aliens 8-Year Broadcast. That's right. Man, we got a special guest in the house tonight, too, with us. That other half of the Smash Bros. Race at XX Cash. What's up, dog?
What up, what up?
Dude, do you know what you called in for?
I don't know if I'm prepared.
Do you have your foil hat?
I got a foil hat.
Okay.
Somewhere.
You might need it for this one. Because DKB, what did we... Look, real quick before... Because I want DKB to announce what we're going into. Before we even go into that, though, I just want to say my dumbass was like, hey, let's do these 3 things. And no. So we decided to do this one thing. DKB?
Yeah, we're going to talk about the moon. We're going to start off talking about the moon landing. Whether you think it's real or fake.
So,
what do you think, Factor?
Oh, man. See, I honestly hate these kind of questions because I look at it, and in doing this show, and honestly just in previous curiosity, I've watched a lot of video, talking about the fucking moon landing, and it's real, it's fake. And I did more research today. They even admitted that there are photos that were done here on Earth, like in training simulations and shit, that they've used, and they admit that they've used those photos, and the thought is that they used them because they just didn't have enough good footage from fucking space and Mars,
right.
For a marketing, which I can understand that from a marketing standpoint, but at the same time, if they did that and got away with doing it and putting out fake photos, who's to say the whole thing wasn't fake? And I don't know, and this goes back to the conspiracy theory we got into last week, the flat Earth. Like, if you look at things like that, dude, there's so many contradictions within all this shit. It makes my fucking head hurt. I swear to God.
You're right.
Yeah, because you cannot. That's why nobody can just be like, I believe all conspiracies. Because, motherfucker, you can't. Because that makes you insane. Because they contradict the fuck out of one another. Did we really go, though? Yeah, I'd like to think so. Because if so, where the fuck did all that money go? And I am worried.
Shit, alright.
I mean, legitimately. Racer, what do you think? Did we go?
I don't know. I don't necessarily know if they went then. I think we might have went over after that, but I'm not really sure. There's enough data on both sides,
Well, see, and I won't go into it any farther than saying this. apparently Neil Armstrong has said that we were warned off the moon. And if that's the case, then we were obviously there. And unless he was just getting...
That's why we haven't been back.
Yeah, see, so if that's the case, then we obviously were there. Because why would that man who had been very intricate in that whole operation, why would he say that unless it were true? Because, I mean, unless he was just going fucking delusional.
Alright. But he said that like when he got back, he said he saw some shit there, and they kind of was hush-hush about it. That's why he never really said anything. But, I don't know.
See, so right there, that's what makes me think that we went in some capacity, because of all the
Okay, well, now what about the Van Allen radiation belt? It just said that nobody can pass through it, the radiation zone. But yet, you have to pass through that to get to the moon.
Oh, see, okay. Well, yeah, and if you go into the fact, I mean, they have stated that we cannot get past that, and they're...
Yeah, I mean, there's
I've seen several
scientists or what NASA, wherever they are. I've seen videos where they talk about we have to come up with a way to get through that without harming humans. But obviously, we've been to the moon, so we've been by it, right?
I don't know, man. I really wish I had Neil deGrasse Tyson to ask that. Like, just explain that part to me. Because it's one part that I never seen an explanation.
That's the big one. Yeah, I don't understand that part.
Yeah, like
we can't get through this radiation belt without killing each other. Or like basically any substance we have on a spaceship is not good enough. Radiation still go through there. I don't know.
Is
it just deflecting it just enough? Do we have just enough shit, you know what I mean? To get past it?
And like what if...
By the time they got to the moon...
No.
All this material...
I have a theory, DKB. For real, the guys that have been back and forth to the moon, they're superheroes, and just they got to stay real low-key about it. That's what they all develop superpowers, going through the radiation belt. And they don't want anyone else to go through the radiation belt and fucking get superpowers, because they've had to kill people because they tried to, like, Dr. Doom the fucking world. I just took this conspiracy theory to a whole nother fucked up level that I don't think it probably ever has been. Well, no, dude, that is really, dude, that's the one I don't know how to explain. I mean, because every other thing that I've seen that is like, this is why we didn't go to the moon. It was, you know, like, look, there's this fake footage. I'm like, okay, well then they didn't have enough to use it for marketing.
Alright, so I found a little information. On the Apollo missions, that was the first time we've ever traveled through the Van Allen belt. Alright. The reason we could go past it was because the short time spent flying through them. Apollo flight trajectories bypass the inner belt completely and only pass through the thinner areas of the outer belt. However that works.
So, yeah, again, then, because I've heard scientists say that we don't have the capacity to get through it. Why the fuck would they, like, are they trying to say we need a more direct route? And that's what they want? And that motherfucker is more in the way and you kind of got to go out of your way a little bit to get through it without fucking your shit up?
I mean, I guess. But obviously they can get through it.
I don't know, but hey, what if the moon just don't exist at all?
I don't know. That's true. The hologram?
That's the one that, like, for real, and that was, that's why the moon is so nuts, dude. I swear, there's like 20 conspiracies at least just surrounding the fucking moon, which is absurd to me.
Right.
Like, that's nuts. Do you think we went to the moon?
Do I think we went to the moon?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Oh, just a flat damn. Racer, he answered that shit quick.
Like, I've seen too much shit that there's no way. I mean, there's, like you said, there's all these pictures. I can't trust nothing. Maybe
really
we sent something up there, but I don't know if people were actually up there when we said they were up there.
So, what do you think of the rover that I believe it's China currently has up on the moon?
Yeah, that's not a person, though. That's like I'm saying. You can fucking send something up there. It's different than sending a person up there.
Oh, yeah, but did you see the photos that it was sending back?
I've seen some photos. Now, here's what's weird about these China photos, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
Like, most of these pictures, it's what you think the moon would look like. It's like a brownish fucking dirt material, like rocky. They found some crazy shit, you know, now we got HD camera. But, like, if you look, you compare those to them old pictures we had at Apollo missions, like the surface don't even look the same. Like, let alone, like, why is NASA, like, whitewashing the whole fucking, the surface of the moon? When it's, like, actually like this brownish, and, like, you see, like, greens in there and shit, like in the moon, in the Chinese pictures. It's, I don't know, it's weird. Why is NASA still whitewashing the moon?
See, yeah.
Like, what's the point of that?
Man.
But yeah, like the rocks look, it's just weird. Look, it don't even look the same. It's almost like a different area.
Oh, yeah. No, totally, dude, yeah. That shit looks totally different.
How big the moon is, maybe the area they're at is, you know, maybe it does look different than where the Apollo was.
Now, my opinion on that is, sure, when you look at Earth, there are different terrains, but also any space view you've ever seen of Earth, you can see those different terrains. If you look at the moon from Earth, it pretty much looks like it's all the same fucking, like, it's whatever it is. That's what it is all the fucking way around. It doesn't look like it has a terrain difference within it. Especially that significant, right. Dude. That's a fairly significant, because that was like a dull gray to a fairly hard brown.
Right. And it's like, I don't know. I mean, there's newer NASA pictures of the moon, right? Like flybys and whatever. And it's like that whitish gray color. I don't know. Maybe it's the lens. I mean, I'm sure there's a reason why.
Well, that's what they say about NASA, man, is that almost every picture, well, pretty much every picture you see from
well, like
NASA
you say, yeah,
has been touched.
like you just said, the pictures from the space of the Earth that you see, the different, that's all photoshopped anyways. It's all CGI.
Yeah.
No real pictures.
I mean, if you want to get into that debate that there are no real pictures from that, I mean, how do you... The only thing you could verify as a real picture is, check it, I can go look at the moon and I can see it.
Yeah, you can. You're right there.
You know? Like, and I can see the sun. Like, but me seeing them like that doesn't verify their distance or size or anything like that, based on I don't have something relative to go by in comparison and knowing, you know what I'm saying? It's not like I got a fucking dude standing next to the moon and I can be like, oh, cool. So that's a Honda, yeah, that's a Honda Civic and that's the moon. All right. Like, ain't nobody fucking got that. And yeah, you go into that whole fucking debate of whether, like I said, I hope we've been there. I do. I really fucking hope we do. Or have, yeah. Or at least China's there now. You know?
Somebody's there.
I mean, well, let's go into that then. Somebody's there. Alright? Because, I mean, I'm sure everyone out there, if you get into conspiracies, if you looked up anything on the moon, you've seen images of bases. All sorts of shapes and sizes. I just read off the bat. DKB, man, what do you think they are from? Like, out of all the theories that you've heard, because there's a lot of fucking theories as far as what that is, up to and including goddamn Nazis. Which, fuck those Nazis that were fucking protesting wherever the fuck they were. I missed something. Some Nazis were fucking doing a street protest and they could suck my dick.
Like, yeah.
Oh, sure, that's right. Some bullshit. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they came from the goddamn moon and came back and thought that was going to be okay. No, they all should have gotten their asses kicked, but that's besides the point. But yeah, apparently Nazis or what fucking aliens. I think one of the theories is that it's us, isn't it? The U.S.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
What you think?
I don't think it's Nazi.
Yes.
I mean,
see, Nazis have lost twice now. They're not on the moon, and they're not in Antarctica.
Not on the moon, and not in Antarctica.
Yeah, they're fucking
they're obviously in fucking America, though.
Yeah, Charlotte, North Carolina, being a bunch of prick-ass motherfuckers. I hope I'm right on that, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not. Go Google. I haven't had time to
Charlottesville, Virginia.
Oh, Virginia. All right. Being cunts.
Really.
Yeah, they're being cunts there.
They're everywhere.
Yeah. They ain't slick enough to get to the moon like that, though, dude. Come on. Yeah. You done lost your fucking...
I don't think it's aliens. It could be. I mean, it could be some kind of alien. I mean, I don't know.
Do you think it's a possibility?
It could be us. I mean, yeah. I mean, like you said, Neil Armstrong said we was born to get off the, stay off the moon. So I'm like, right there, it could be aliens. He was also, he also stated when he landed, there was like a parking lot full of spaceships, like on a crater edge, watching them the whole time. So, I mean, right there, it could be aliens. That could be us. You're right. Who else has been to the moon? The Soviets? Chinese now?
Yeah, the Chinese
just now got there, I think.
Yeah, well,
Soviets were the first ones there.
But not with the person. We were the first people to...
1959? Yeah, we were the first ones to walk.
Yeah,
Soviets had the first rocket to the moon.
Yeah.
We had the first human.
Oh, okay. Just in outer space. Let's see, did they get to the moon first, Racer? Do you know? Is that right?
Just not a man. They're the first ones to orbit the Earth. Like, they just went around the circle of the Earth.
With a monkey? Wasn't it a monkey? It was a monkey or a dog. That's just rude, by the way.
The first spacecraft to reach the moon was the Luna 1 in 1959. This was a Soviet craft which was launched from the USSR that passed within 5,995 kilometers of the surface of the moon before going into orbit around the sun. So it didn't actually land on the moon, but it went around it. 1959. That was the first.
Got close, damn it. Whatever.
First man was Neil Armstrong in 69. So it took 10 years. Between 10 years, the Soviets actually flew around it, or whatever the fuck they did, before we went.
See, and that's just so odd. So
the last time we went to the moon, a man walked on the moon was in 72. So only in 3 years did we send like 12 people to the moon. We ain't been back since manned on the moon since 72.
Yeah, 72. And I mean, that's fucking, 40 plus years. Yeah.
Apparently in the 50s, the United States considering detonating a nuclear bomb on the moon. And Project A119. Well, that didn't happen. I mean, that could have had some implications there. It's just fucking nukes the fucking moon.
Well, no, I never seen anything about the moon getting nuked. Now, I did see where there were instances where they bombed it. They said to test just the fucking... They were trying to test the soil and all that. And it fucking...
Right, they were testing to see what...
Yeah.
Right.
You spoke of this, the fact that
if any water particles, anything was gonna come up. But then I watched, they had, that was on live TV, and, they showed, the rocket launching and going to the moon, and, it never, impacted. It was the weirdest fucking thing. The newscasters were all like, I don't know.
But then they said it rang
supposed to see something? Maybe it did happen. We just can't see it.
See, but here's the weird thing, though.
Kind of weird.
If that happened...
Yeah, that was two rockets. That was a rocket hitting it, and then, something behind it filming it, hitting it, and then that hit it. And why? And it was they said it was towards the bottom crater, almost the bottom crust of the moon, which is towards the dark side of the moon on the back, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, which is where they say everything is.
That was kind of funky.
Yeah.
Why would you shoot it there? Why not just, right in the fucking middle?
Now that's a very
anyway. I want to say they shot a rocket. Maybe that was a nuke I was thinking of. I want to say it happened before.
Well, I think they should stop. Why the fuck? That's just nuts to me that they fucking are blowing up, trying to blow the fucking moon. They want to blow a hole in the moon. I just don't get why. I really do fucking not. But then, like I said, no, I think it's funny, in one of those instances where they bombed the moon like that, there was a story where it fucking vibrated. Like,
right, and it vibrated for like an hour or something, like.
Yeah.
For the first time they did it, vibrated for like 20 minutes, and they sent a bigger.
Yeah, they sent a bigger one, and
bigger
they said
bomb,
it
bigger
vibrated
rocket.
for like an hour.
Vibrated for like an hour.
That's
like a bell.
Fucking weird.
Right. So is the moon hollow?
Well,
you know,
and that goes back to
crazy.
if the moon, man, this is why the moon is so fucked. I swear. Like, motherfuckers want to argue about if we go to it. I want to argue about if it exists or not.
I believe it exists. It's just the molten earth around the earth before when it was forming. That's all it is, man. I mean, it's just like a part of the earth.
Are you sure?
Well, yeah, because
that's what I believe.
It's actually said.
How I feel.
It's actually said that like, if you look at all the other satellites other planets have, like all the other moons of other planets,
yeah,
Earth should not have the moon that it does. Our moons should be so much
it's like
smaller.
the perfect size, the perfect like in between sun and the Earth in the perfect spot. The way it's built, I guess, the shit that's built out of whatever, it's like unlike any other satellite that any other planet has.
Yeah, and that's
weird itself too.
Yeah, so like it fucking, they say like it's too big. Yeah, the orbit's fucking all that. And I mean, I've seen fucking scientists going, no, that's really weird. And then how they like to explain it, I like how they like to explain it is they said what happened was a smaller planet hit Earth, and then and then that knocked a bunch of shit off, and that became our moon. And when that doesn't add up, they like to double whammy it and say that fucking thing came and hit Earth, and then it came back and hit Earth again, and that's what formed our moon. Like a planet had
I just seen apparently the back side of the moon is 30 times thicker than the front side. Crust is. So then I seen another one of basically another Earth-sized planet or a couple smaller ones kind of hit Earth or something, and then they were in orbit like the moon is, and one was slowly chasing the other. Instead of crashing into each other, making a giant explosion, they kind of just morphed into it slowly. That's why it's 30 times thicker on one side than the other. I just seen that one not too long ago.
Okay, no, I had not seen that.
Yeah, that's weird too.
I still. Yeah, no, dude. That's I don't know, dude. Because like I said, at that point, I looked at the other moons of other planets. Like, if you look at every other moon of any planet in the solar system, they're all very tiny.
Yeah.
I don't know. And then the fact that it rings like a bell, if that's even true. Right. So it supposedly could be hollow. Let's say it's hollow. Guys, what do you think's inside?
You can go a couple of different ways on that, too. Like, is it like hollow as it's just like a kind of an illuminating disc up there? That's why it's so bright. Hollow as in it's a fucking giant spaceship, or you know what I mean, some space base.
Goddamn Death Star.
It could be. Is it? That's where fucking Satan sits on his perch and watches us.
Damn.
You don't know. I don't know. I'm just saying.
So let's make it official. According to Mistah DKB, Satan sits and rules hell from inside the moon. How about you, Racer? What do you think? Because your partner thinks Satan lives there.
Thank you, sir. I'm just throwing a fucking bunch of theories out.
I don't know.
I think the most likely one, if it's hollow, dude, it has to be aliens. I mean, hell, it could be a civilization of aliens that's dead now, you know, that was just there a long time ago.
Right.
I mean, that's again a fucking thing that could go a number of goddamn ways. Or How about this? Let me propose this to you.
Huh?
It's been mined hollow.
Right. See, yeah, they say there's mining, what looks like mining bases up there, and they found them pictures. And or is it aliens mining it for a certain thing? Are we mining it? Because they say the moon's got like fucking, I don't know, like so much water in it.
Well,
basically, for rocket propulsion, we need water. So say we blast off to the moon, we can use that, mine that, use that water and whatever, however they mix this shit up and whatever. Then we can go off to the next planet and do the same thing. So, I mean, I could be mined. Or if you say it's alien, like you said, like you see one where it was aliens brought it here. Like they placed it.
Yeah.
They put it exactly where it was. Like you say, it's right in the perfect spot in between the sun and the earth. We're the only planet that ever has a perfect eclipse.
Yeah. See, that's another thing. There are way too many fucking scientific anomalies, I would say. I guess would be the best way to put it. Within the moon for me, the more I researched it. I'm like, it's so fucking, and I mean, I'm sure people would be like, well, that's physics, and that's how just the world works and everything comes together. And that's fine and dandy. Explain to me why the fuck that one is so much bigger than all the others. Like, that's, if you give me an explanation for that, I think we can continue the conversation. But until you can give me a logical explanation for that. And honestly, though, you kind of did with the whole, they were fucking in orbit together and then kind of slowly combined, and that's why one side is denser than the other. Fuck you.
Yeah.
So, okay, so you kind of, I could buy that one more than anything else I've heard.
I guess I still don't explain why it's so big. I mean, I guess if two of them went together. But that just kind of explains why the one side's thicker. It's not like it's abnormally shaped on one side or something, you know what I mean? Unless it just kind of...
Yeah.
It just wrapped around it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and you would think with two moons or satellites, whatever you want to call them, in orbit around a planet like that, if they combine together... man, I would think that moon would kind of have a fucked up shape, at least a little bit, or some kind of odd... I wouldn't think it would end up looking as much of a perfect ball.
It also could have happened a billion years ago, or whatever, 100 billion years ago. I don't know.
My wife said it's a Death Star. That's what we were going into earlier. She's fully on board for the Death Star theory. I think she just wants the planet blown up. It's really kind of worrisome, gentlemen. I'm just saying.
All right, moon bell.
All
right, here we go. In 1972, between 1972 and 77, the Apollo missions recorded moonquakes that were described like a ringing of a bell. Let's see here. They deliberately crashed a stage of the lunar module to the surface. The moon rang like a bell for an hour. Yeah, that's crazy.
See that? The ringing like a bell, man, because I mean, it wouldn't ring like a bell unless it was hollow, right? I mean, there's no other explanation for that.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, you can't. Yeah, no, that's. Fuck. But see again.
It says they've done experiments and they've shown that the lunar body has shallow moonquakes that act differently than earthquakes due to the different textures, types, and densities of the planet's strata. But there is no evidence of any large empty body. But it rang like a bell.
Alright, when they say no evidence, my only opinion in that is, motherfucker, we don't even know what's at the bottom of the Marinara Trench. And that's on our planet.
Marinara sauce. Is that what you said? No,
Marinara sauce.
You said the Mariana
Trench.
It's the Mariana Trench. Whatever. I'm fucking whatever.
Whatever. It's not the Mariana Trench. We'll be fucking mozzarella sticks and shit.
The aliens. Yeah, well, I did just have some mozzarella sticks actually too. Is the funny part. Like not about.
That's why you get marinara on your brain.
Yeah, I got married with some marinara. I did. I had marinara with some motherfucking. My wife said I need the full cap. Apparently, she's like, babe, put the full cap on. She's like, you need it.
Bifocals.
Bifocals, man. No, I need some sanity, but not really, because that wouldn't be any goddamn fun. Really. Especially in this world we live. I mean, fuck, you got people thinking we landed on the moon, we didn't land on the moon, we're warned off the moon, there are aliens on the moon, there's Nazis on the moon. The moon isn't there, it's a hologram, it's hollow. It's a fucking, like, what the it's, there probably is someone
it's a light, and that's another thing too, like the moonlight is so bright, but they say, like, the texture of the moon, the surface is only like 7% reflective. It's like not even like, how can something be 7% reflective but that fucking bright at night?
Yeah, and I mean, you would think it would be reflective from the pictures that we'd seen of the original Apollo missions, but seeing the pictures that you're seeing from the China rover that they've got up there right now, fuck no, that shit don't look reflective.
No.
Man, I don't know. How about the fact that it's only 70 miles wide?
Still pretty
wide. Or is it?
I don't know. Fucking, I wish I could honestly check all this shit at this point, because none of it makes any fucking sense, I swear to God.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of crazy. So you're saying the moon is 70 miles wide?
Yeah, you had ever heard this?
Or,
see, now let me explain.
The only thing I just seen was this eclipse. Okay, no. You see, here's where you're wrong. The eclipse that is coming by here at the end of the month, I believe. Next week, whenever it is.
Yeah, soon.
It starts off in the northwest, whatever goes to like the southeast of America.
Yeah.
The shadow that the moon will have on the surface is only 70 miles wide.
Okay, and
the moon is actually 2,160 miles wide.
Okay, all right. Now here's how I come to the conclusion that the moon is 70 miles wide. All right, so all the light from the sun hits the Earth at a 90-degree angle. Right?
Every light hits everything at a 90-degree angle. You're right.
All right, that's the truth. So, if it's coming down like that and the moon is directly in front of us, then shouldn't its shadow be as large or larger?
The shadow should be as big or bigger.
So the moon is 70 miles wide. That's my fun. So the moon is 70 miles wide. That's my whole debate. Either that or the sun is like, yeah, exactly. It's really fucked up. It makes my goddamn head hurt. I need my fucking tinfoil hat. What the fuck?
That's true. I mean, yeah, if you hold up anything to the light, or to a light, to the sun, and you look at that shadow, the shadow will never get smaller than the object. You put your hand, up against your wall, you can kind of see, like, your shadow. The smallest the shadow will get is when it's pressed all the way up against the surface. It will never get any smaller. You might get it closer to light, you see that shadow get bigger.
So then explain to me. You know what, fuck that. I'm going to put Racer on the spot. He called in. Racer, explain to me why the hell the eclipse is only 70 miles wide and the moon is that wide. When science doesn't work like that, I swear. Or at least not how I've been explained.
If I knew that answer, dude, I'd be a millionaire.
No, if you knew that answer, you'd have Neil deGrasse Tyson's job and you'd probably work for the Illuminati. Either that or you'd be dead, Racer. What the fuck is wrong with you?
So I watched a little thing how they explained why it's only 70 miles wide, or the shadow is only 70 miles wide. They're claiming that the sun, when it hits the moon, it's somehow wrapping around the moon and coming down at an angle.
Yeah, see,
so instead of this. Just...
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. You're telling me that in that one particular instance, for some reason, the rules do not apply. Why? Like, I need... You can...
Yeah, that's the only time the rule does not apply. It's during this eclipse.
Well, why is the eclipse going from west to east when the moon goes?
Yeah, that's
from
another
east
one. The
to west?
shadow is moving from west to east, but everything's, you know, goes east to west. But then I seen they're saying, you know, the moon is moving, you know, it's moving east to west, but the shadow is moving at the opposite. Yeah,
No.
it was mind blowing. It doesn't work like that.
These are like totally fucking rules that can't apply in the real
No,
world.
unless there is more than one sun or something, you know what I mean?
This
Or the
isn't
moon
pitch
is
black.
not actually what you think it is.
This isn't pitch black, man. We ain't got 3 fucking suns on this planet. Thank God. I wouldn't want 3 suns. That would be shit.
No shit. I was fucked out today.
When's the darkness? Once a year, monsters come out. No thanks. I'm good. Fuck that. Oh my God. No, see, that's
364 days of light.
I seen a diagram of that, of what you're talking about, with how they say the sun's rays like wrap around it, and looking at all the normal diagrams you see of the sun,
The sun's rays wrap around it like you would think like a light goes through a prism. That's how I can explain it, alright? Like it just goes down kind of like at an angle.
Okay.
Like it's going through glass. Now,
So,
and so that kind of feeds into the whole artificial light hollow thing.
that feeds into a number of things, man. I mean, and yeah, that's between that the 70 mile one. I think is the one that really and then the fucking fact that it rang like a bell, and
for like an hour, and not just that, just rang like a fucking bell. It rang for an hour straight.
So, let's say, if we're right, and the moon is only 70 miles wide, and there's been astronauts there, how the fuck did they not notice that?
How they not run into each other, huh?
Like, they're in on, my wife says they're in on it, and they have not been there. That's why.
Does it ring when there's no... Is there any sound in outer space? Like, how does it ring?
There's supposed to be no sound on the moon either, yeah. There's no atmosphere, so that's why when you see pictures from the moon, supposedly, everything's black. And that's why, you know, there's no sound. There's no atmosphere for sound to travel. Yeah, so how do they know it rang like a bell?
I don't know, yeah, because that was the whole moniker on the Aliens film. You know, in space, no one can hear you scream.
Yeah, they talk to each other on the moon or whatever. Like, I guess they had microphones. But,
oh well, no, that's inside their suits.
But like, I've watched videos or something like where something fell or something, you could hear it like in the mic, like it dropped on the ground, and like, no, you couldn't hear that in space.
Well, now in space, yeah, but they're on the moon. Now that has a slight.
There's still no atmosphere in the moon. I mean, it's the same as being in the middle of the. Apparently, I don't know. You barely have any gravity.
See, that's what I'm saying. It's got a little bit of gravity. I mean, would it have a slight atmosphere where there would be? I mean, fuck, I don't know.
I believe there's no atmosphere in the moon.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you're right on that. I just don't know. I mean, maybe it's something we couldn't detect. Or fucking maybe it's something we're lying about.
The moon is considered to be surrounded by a vacuum. The atmosphere of the moon is a very scant presence of gases. So, I mean, there really ain't shit there.
Well, here, I got a thing that says...
I mean, it has an atmosphere, but not...
Well, it's consisting of...
I guess we used to think there was no atmosphere.
Yeah,
I guess we're seeing that there's a tiny layer.
I've got something here that was published in April 12, 2013. Our moon does indeed have an atmosphere. It consists of some unusual gases, including sodium and potassium, which are not found in the atmospheres of Earth, Mars, and Venus. Yeah, so sodium and potassium? That's interesting.
We could eat the moon. We could eat the moon if we wanted to.
It's well seasoned.
It wasn't like an old ass conspiracy, man, had cheese or some shit.
Yeah. I mean, the moon is made of cheese. But Jesus, man, I hope no one thinks that anymore. I'd laugh my ass off if that was the one that was right, though. Right, no, actually, the moon is really made of cheese.
And the marinara trench is actually marinara.
Brony Valley. My favorite.
We're all eating. Cheese sticks.
Oh, shit, man. I'll go deep fry the fucking moon. For real.
Oh, you need a big deep fryer.
The moon is made of green cheese.
I want
That's
no
what it
green
said.
cheese. That doesn't sound good.
They milk a cow that big. So
There is no sound on the moon. Sound does not travel on the moon. To travel the sound, we must need a medium. There is no medium on the moon.
Yeah, dude.
There is a partial vacuum and not completely devoid. Therefore, sound can partially travel for a very short distance. So unless they crash this fucking probe into the moon and the microphone was still on, laying on the ground, I don't know how. Or they had a reporter down there holding the mic down. I don't know.
Well, you'd think if it vibrated like that, well, fuck, man, I don't know. You'd think it would cause some kind of vibration outwards on a more massive scale. I mean, if the whole fucking planet was vibrating.
Yeah, obviously it does, but there's nothing to carry sound. I mean, it might be vibrating. I'm sure you could feel it.
Man, see, that's what makes this shit just so fucking weird. And people really want to get stuck on the fact of whether we landed on it or not is what amazes me at this point. With everything else that's fucking honestly surrounded the moon. I could give a shit if we landed on it or not. I really just want a couple different answers.
Right. I think that was a big ass, show on that. I think, that was during the Cold War. We were trying to show our power. So we,
between us and
made a film. We made a film and we told these motherfuckers, hey, we've been there,
Yeah, because it said,
who is it? To be first place, no matter what.
Yeah, who is it that they
so,
said?
Like I said, we might have went there, but I'm saying at the time, I don't know, because we were behind in the space race.
Yeah,
big time. I mean, big time. They was getting us. So I don't know. And then all of a sudden, we took somebody on the moon first.
They said Stanley Kubrick.
They never
who they
recovered.
said directed that. Yeah, they say Stanley Kubrick is the one that actually directed the moon landing.
Yeah, see, I've heard about some shit like that too. Yeah,
that would be the man to talk to. He'll probably never, if it's true and he filmed it. I bet on his deathbed he admits it. I mean, yeah, nobody would fucking believe him, at that point. But it'd probably just be, I mean. For real, look, imagine if you'd walked around with that lie on your chest your entire life, guys. At the very end of your life, wouldn't you just want to relieve yourself of that?
You would probably want to, yeah. But is it really on your mind? Do you even care at that time? Who cares? Somebody don't believe me anyways.
I don't know, man. People are known for saying crazy shit on their deathbeds for just that exact reason.
They are, because they're all fucking old and senile.
Do you think that's all with Z? But you say that,
No,
man. But a lot of the times, for real, it is a motherfucker being like, I've held on to this my whole life because I was told I'd get shot if I didn't.
The crazy thing is a lot of these people are like officials and like people in the army, like high-ranking people. You would take their word over anybody. When they come out and say this shit.
Oh, wait, you mean as far as the moon, everything happening like they say it did? We landed and blah, blah, blah. or that it's bullshit?
I was just saying, like, most of these people that come out and say something that have, you know, in the Air Force or, you know, commanders for 20 years in a wherever, when they come out and say stuff, it kind of makes you wonder.
Well, why doesn't it make the general public wonder more, is what I wonder.
Those people are stupid, bro.
That's just rude.
I mean, yeah, most people are just going to believe what they believe. I mean, they don't have no question. They don't have no reason to question it. Why would they question it? Why would the government lie? Why would NASA lie? Why would anybody lie to them?
Most people don't care anyways. Can you like find an American that can name 3 countries' presidents other than America?
I mean, look, I've seen some of those where they go out and they, like, do general knowledge tests of Americans. You know?
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
And
most Americans can't even name like 50 states, you know, or whatever, you know.
I don't know if I could name all 50 states, to be real fucking honest. I don't. I mean,
you know, there's 50 states.
Oh well, I know. Yeah, well, yeah, and then one fucking.
Well, you're better off than most people.
I wouldn't say so much as far as that, DKB, but that's different.
Yeah, you know,
altogether.
man.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I mean, intelligence-wise, perhaps, yeah. Sanity, not so much. You know, that's besides the point. And then, for some fucked up reason, I decided to start this show with you, and we're getting into Skinwalker Ranch, fucking flat earth shit, and the goddamn moon is driving me fucking crazier, because this shit makes sense, but it doesn't, and no.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, no, it's just I don't fucking know, man. I really, like, that's the thing with the moon. I look at it anymore, and after everything I've gone through, prepping for this show over the past couple weeks, man, like, I don't even know which conspiracy to start to think is real as far as the conspiracy, because of how much they contradict one another. Right. I'm just like, the moon isn't there to me. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can see it, so it's definitely there. I don't know what it is. It's definitely something.
Well, let's ask then, guys. How far away you guys think the moon is? Like, do you think they're lying?
I'm not debating how far it is.
Well, do you think they're lying? Because I mean,
I don't think it's 70 miles, but I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, it seems farther than 70 miles.
No. It's 70 miles wide, is what it was. I don't remember the distance I seen as far as how
far away it is. Yeah, I guess you're right.
I've seen the distance be a debate. I don't think there's a fucking I don't think there's a fucking aspect of the moon.
If the shadow is 70 miles wide, that means the moon has to be what?
70 miles wide. It can't be bigger.
70 miles. No, I'm saying 70 miles wide has to be at least 70 miles away.
Well, dude, if it could be 70 miles wide and right on top of the Earth and cause a 70-mile shadow.
That's what I'm saying. But if it got bigger, if it got farther than that, it would get bigger, right? You would think.
Not as long as the rays were coming in at a 90-degree angle and it was only 70 miles. See, this is one of those things where you get into so many fucked up numbers and 3 different conspiracies really all at once just getting into this conversation. I mean, that's true because you're getting into the fact that the moon is taking light in a way that's not normal, so is it fake and this and that? Is it only 70 miles wide? How far away is it? And this is all because of a fucking eclipse where it's going to cause a 70-mile shadow, and that doesn't make sense.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know where to begin with that one, DKB. I don't. Like, what the fuck? You take it. What's up?
I don't know.
That's awesome. Racer? What do you think?
I don't know.
I think we're all gonna fucking die. So I'm starting to think. Thinking everything's a hoax.
Crazy.
Maybe, you know what this really had me start to thinking is, God damn it, this is the Matrix. And they fucked up some code. And that's why this shit don't work right. Yeah.
I know.
In a parallel universe because of CERN.
Yeah, when the CERN Super Collider did that experiment with the atoms.
Oh, the Super Collider. What the fuck does that have to do with the moon?
238,000 miles away.
My wife just blames CERN on everything that's the problem in the world.
This one's some marinara. Oh.
Yeah.
That's why the Berenstein Bears are no longer, or the Berenstein Bears.
This is not the fucking... I can't even remember what that... This is not the Mandela Effect episode. We'll get to that shit later. That's gonna be terrifying.
Yeah, but yeah, CERN. Yeah, that's a different one too. Yeah. That's not really a conspiracy.
Well, no, that's some shit that really happened.
Well, unless, yeah, I guess they're doing shit. They're trying to recreate the Big Bang. And that could have some problems. We don't want some of that nasty shit that came out of the Big Bang.
I don't want another universe inside of another universe.
Yeah.
That would not be good.
No, that's what my wife was saying, though, when they did that the first time. It shifted us over a universe. Like, there's a...
Look, we'll get the multiple universe effect.
Well,
yeah.
hey, look, we ain't... Fuck that. We're getting way too off. My wife fucked the subject. She did. She came in...
Yeah.
And she was like, she's like, I don't know what you're talking about, but CERN, you hear me? Motherfucking CERN. That's what it is. It fucked the whole goddamn world up.
That's why the Earth's flat now.
Did you really just blame CERN on a flat Earth?
Flat Earth.
Dude, I think my wife needs to stop participating in this show. I'm just saying.
What about the moon? Is the moon flat?
Is the moon flat, babe?
Is the moon flat? Or is the moon,
she said
is it
possibly.
A disc or is it, fucking ball?
It could be flat and ring like a bell. If it's all metal, she said. I think she's...
Yeah, I guess.
I think she's going with the flat thing, man. She's really stuck on some flat shit.
The backside's 30% thicker.
The cone.
I mean, so it can't be like flat fat, you know what
Yes.
I mean? It's like a football.
No. Holy shit, no.
There's like a top.
Racer was right on it. It's the cone of the bell, man.
Yeah.
It's the original
the backside of it.
pyramid.
Now, speaking of pyramids, they have found pyramids on the moon.
They find fucking pyramids everywhere. I swear to God.
They have.
There's some fucking alien
And
species.
I want to say they just think they found some on Mars, too, or Venus, or some crazy shit like that. Yeah,
Dude, no, there's an alien species that shits pyramids. This is my opinion.
Oh, definitely. I mean, there's a reason.
They're like, we just shit pyramids. That's kind of what we do. It's sort of our thing. Don't worry about it. Yeah, so that's the thing. So there's pyramids and bases on the moon. Do you think those are related, or do you think those are separate events, or do you think they're both bullshit, or do you think just one?
I think obviously pyramids are ancient.
Yeah.
So
like two separate things.
So whoever put pyramids here, you know, maybe they put pyramid there, pyramid wherever they landed, you know.
Might be pyramids in the ocean, you know, under the water.
Yeah. So
now, haven't they discovered?
Antarctica.
Haven't they discovered a pyramid underwater at one point?
I believe so. Yeah, I'm sure it wasn't like as big as the Egyptian pyramids.
Yeah, no.
There probably wasn't water where it was.
It could have been one. It could have been one that was washed over. You know, like the land sank.
Yeah, that's what it was.
It
was a situation where the land, the water, it just changed. Yeah, that's what we did. We weren't. For everybody out there that doesn't believe it, I do firmly believe that the land masses were not as they are now. Like, there was a time where shit was differently located because, I mean, the planet's shifting now.
Pangea.
But who's to say that exactly is right? I mean, maybe they are, maybe they're wrong, maybe they're right. I'm not going to sit here and tell you Pangea is right, because I didn't fucking see Pangea from an orbital view. Then again, technically, I've never seen Earth from an orbital view. That's why I will not tell you it is round or flat.
I want to hear about your oral views on the show.
Well,
I get you.
I mean, I'm married, dog, so those are kind of personal anymore. You know, if you talk to me like
oral,
if you talked to me like 9-10 years ago, man, we could have had discussions. Yeah, that sex show over here would have been a totally different story, and my wife would have fucking killed me. Yeah, well, I mean, she wouldn't, because she wouldn't even know me. But whatever. Yeah, I don't get much oral view anymore. Oh, babe, I love the shit out of you, but I am married. DKB knows what I'm talking about, but that's what's up. Again, I say the moon is fake at this point. Fuck it.
So you're even married? Is that the conspiracy?
Mandela effect?
Maybe we were married in a different generation. I don't know.
I'm married in an alternate... We were married in an alternate plane, shifted over here. We're really not supposed to be married in this reality.
You guys are just Mormon.
We're Mormon.
You
Now you're crossing...
You can have your honeymoon on the fucking moon.
Hold on. Racer, you crossed the line.
Religion.
Yeah, you crossed the line saying I was Mormon. Alright, that's where I draw the line. Hear me? Because them fuckers...
Here's the Amish.
Remember, the Council of Jays. And just...
Can't hold a mirror. You're not allowed to look in the mirror. You steal your soul.
I don't like to look in the mirror anyways, but that's besides the point in a whole nother story. It really is. Why is your computer making a noise, babe? It did. That's horse shit, ladies and gentlemen. I apologize for that. Yeah. So let's just throw it out there. Probability. Give me a probability, guys. What's the chance you think the moon is real? Like 50-50, 60-40?
100% real.
It's 100%.
I think it's real.
So it's
100%. I mean, it's there.
You don't think it's a fucking projection or a hologram or some shit by chance?
They don't have the technology or the power to keep
the
moon this lit up.
Holograms, yeah. I thought we have pictures of it.
They don't even have holograms to fucking show a good fucking picture on the planet, let alone fucking a permanent.
It's definitely not a hologram.
See,
it's definitely real. It's a real thing.
That was one of the theories I seen. I found the most ludicrous is it was a hologram, and people were like, "Well, we didn't have that technology," and to fix that, they were like, "Well, that's because at one point the moon got destroyed, and then they replaced it with a hologram, and they've done that fairly recently." And I'm like, no, probably not. I don't know though. I think we fully might have that technology, because let's face it, guys.
It just happened to happen as soon as we got this technology.
Well, I mean,
I'm not saying we built that moon generator.
Yeah, that nerd was in his basement fucking putting code of this fucking moon.
Oh, well, no, I just mean...
one side of it, because right now we're going to see it on two sides.
But I just mean the pure fact, man, like, think about those, like the Tupac holographs and all that. The military has better, higher-grade holograph technology than that.
I guarantee they do.
Better than Tupac? I don't think so, bro. That sounds like a poor man.
I don't think the moon.
Yeah. I do think the moon's a little
far. But then okay. I forgot something. When we're talking about the shadow moving west to east, right? They say the moon, that is because the moon is moving twice as fast, spinning twice as fast around the earth as the earth is spinning. So basically they're saying we should see the moon twice a day. You know what I mean? If the moon is spinning twice as fast around us as we're spinning around the sun, technically we can see it twice.
I heard that shit today.
So is one fake, one real?
Yeah, but that could just be like, that's the way you can maybe see the moon during the day. That could be the second time it's around. The light's there and you can't see it.
Oh, Racer. What?
So then that should mean nobody else should see the moon on the other side of the planet.
Yeah, like it would. No,
we need to coordinate a time where you see the moon in the sky in the daytime, and then on the other planet, if there's a moon in the sky.
I mean, I'm sure, dude. I'm sure between the guys we got over here, like if we got Chuckles and then us, and like coordinated the moon, And it's positioned where
Right.
you can see it right there from
But
California.
he's technically, that's not the other side of the fucking world.
Well, it's not the other side of the world,
Like,
man.
it's
But
not,
still,
unless it's a flat earth.
but still, mathematically, you should be able to figure that out. Mathematically, we should be able to figure it out from one location.
Mathematically, what's the equation then? It's not like it's an easy equation. Any of that shit's not easy.
Us sitting outside for 24 hours, staring at the fucking sky. That's the equation. Ain't that a bitch?
Somebody filmed the moon. I can't remember how long it was, but they just filmed the moon like up close, and like it basically turned counterclockwise, or no, clockwise. Yeah, I'm gonna say it was clockwise. Like the face of the moon actually like started, turning down. I don't ever remember the moon doing that shit. Like, do you ever remember looking at the moon? It's different than it is. It's always the same, right?
I mean, I think it depends on the angle you're viewing. Are you fucking...
But like this video, like it was just, I don't know if it was the way the Earth was spinning that made it look like that. But it looked more like the moon was spinning around.
I think that's because you don't ever stand in a stationary position and watch the moon for an extended period of time, though. You just see it, and it always is the perspective you want, because that's what your brain does. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Like, yeah, that's just your brain reacting to it. Yeah, I don't think that. I mean, because that I honestly think is just the human brain wanting to identify it like that, because the human brain likes to be able to have things that are known, because it makes us as a species more comfortable to be something that's familiar, as opposed to something that's entirely unknown. Yeah, look at that pun.
Which is why they say we see faces on the moon, or we see faces on Mars, because we're used to seeing faces. Like we want to recognize faces. That's what we scan for. So like when we see something in a rock formation, it's just shadow play. We think it's faces.
Look, I don't know if you guys have watched Guardians of the Galaxy 2, but the last thing I fucking want is a planet that's alive.
That's true.
Yeah.
The planet is alive.
Well,
our planet's alive, our shit's growing. Pretty sure grasses and plants and shit.
Oh, but I mean like a consciousness. Like the planet has a single consciousness, like it is aware.
Maybe it does, but maybe its form of consciousness is not what your consciousness is.
Okay, true.
Just like an insect doesn't really think how a human thinks, or gives a fuck about a human, or vice versa,
Man, that's a totally different goddamn fucking topic right there. As far as
the Earth is not woke.
Because I think if the Earth has a conscience, then the Moon probably has one too, and Mars and Venus, and we're all fucked by Uranus, and that's what's up.
I want you to think we're just the germs.
The universe is you looking at yourself.
I've never heard that.
Back to the universe.
Yeah, but I've heard the fact that the universe is ostensibly a bigger, larger being.
Yeah, you're definitely, like, the universe, you're made out of the same matter that makes up planets and stars.
Oh, yeah. We are all the things of
so
stardust.
in that fact, yeah.
Carbon?
Yeah, we are all certainly stardust, man. That's very, very much true. But I just want to know if the moon is, personally, at this point. Like,
yeah, that's fucked up.
No, dude,
the moon's definitely fucked up. You need to get your NFDR rocket. When we go up to the moon, we find it out. We take a DMT up on the moon.
Man,
I'll vote put Jay on the moon. And then we won't hear from him forever again.
First off, fucker, it's factory, jackass. Fucking.
I wasn't talking about the factory. I was talking about Jay.
Well, you can't send nobody. Oh, well, I don't know no Jay. Oh, wait, that Jay? That'd be funny. He's kind of a bitch.
I was just saying shit. Sorry.
I
don't know what's going on anymore.
Good, man. I feel that way all the time, Racer. It's okay.
I know you do.
I do.
No, you do.
Yeah. It's slightly terrifying, ladies and gentlemen, but I'll tell you, It's better than fucking sitting here trying to figure out if the fucking moon's real. I'd rather fucking rock it like it was the goddamn 80s and we knew. And this is 80s Baby. Yeah, by the Super Smash Bros. Featuring Dirty White Mike. We'll be right back.
80s baby, you know the man. At the arcade, paper boy in that rampage. Eating cereal and watching cartoons on Saturday. Hanging with my friends and riding bikes in the alleyway. 80s baby.
Escaping New York like Christopher Reeves. Watching New Jack City with a couple dope feeds low key. We keep it OG in living color like the big homie.
NES, it's NES, you know I got that Sega Saturn and Genesis, you know I got the latest games and the cheat codes, the modern controller with the auto reload, beast mode.
Blade Runner, I never get caught. Low to the earth like my name Fraggle Rock. Cocked on Columbus Block. Weekend at Bernie's and it never stops.
Hey, I'm an 80s baby. I don't care what they say, I'm a reppin' to the grave. I don't dab, I don't Dougie, I don't whip a nay. An old school motherfucker, I'm an 80s baby. Hey, I'm an 80s baby. I don't care what they say, I'm a reppin' to the grave. I don't dab, I don't Dougie, I don't whip a nay. An old school motherfucker, I'm an 80s baby. At the movies, watching flicks, chillin' with a Sprite, pop rocks, and pixie sticks. Yeah, I got Hot Wheels, Matchbox, and Lego bricks. The micro machines in them garbage pail kids. Oh shit.
Clubber Lane, I'm gripping that grain. Doctor giggles when I tickle that brain. Insane. A pocket full of change. Drinking brews and feeling kinda strange.
I'm 80s down in my kangaroos. From all the ups and downs, can't believe that we made it through. I was born up in 82, a Reagan baby, a Hulkamaniac, man, I love the 80s, I'm crazy.
Big trouble in Chinatown, 1090 club when I look around, bumping that sound, and we getting down, giving good griefs like we Charlie Brown.
Hey, I'm an 80s baby, I don't care what they say, I'm a reppin' to the grave. I don't dab, I don't Dougie, I don't whip a nay. An old school motherfucker, I'm an 80s baby. Hey, I'm an 80s baby. I don't care what they say, I'm a reppin' to the grave. I don't dab, I don't Dougie, I don't whip a nay. An old school motherfucker, I'm an 80s baby. My glasses on and they 3D. At the phone booth, phone home like E.T. I know you see me, I play with a Ouija. Up all night watching movies on TV, believe me.
Revenge of the nerds, I'm flipping birds. Giving two shits when I'm spitting my words. Then the herds, we trimming fat. Super Smash Bros, we getting it back. My back it out, checking sports cars, unless they're real 80s babies, we porn stars. I feel like Mike Tyson, off to the North Star. Miami Vice, with the babes in the sports cars, go hard. About to die hard, wrap them up in Mylar. Excess cash and I'm sitting up in my car. By far, hit them with the tire, break them out portable, made by Tiger.
Hey, I'm an 80s baby. I don't care what they say, I'm a reppin' to the grave. I don't dab, I don't Dougie, I don't whip a nay. An old school motherfucker, I'm an 80s baby. Hey, I'm an 80s baby. I don't care what they say, I'm a reppin' to the grave. I don't dab, I don't Dougie, I don't whip a nay. An old school motherfucker, I'm an 80s baby.
Yeah, what up? This is Bobby Waters, and you're listening to No Fucks Given Radio, the realest fucking station in the underground. calling all fucking pirates. August 18th, 19th, and 20th. Presented by Bobby Waters and No Fucks Given Radio. Underground Music Network presents Pirate Fest 2017 and No Fuckstival. We got amazing people coming out to perform. Come down, check us out. $10 camping per person per night. $25 kayak runs, $15 for tubes. You can do river runs all day if you want to. Come back and check out the music. Friday and Saturday, 4 p.m. till after dark. Only at Adventures on the Great Miami, 1995 Ross Road, Tip City, Ohio. Be there.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, No Fucks Given Radio, that's right, that official radio for all y'all who don't give a fuck. We're still here with Aliens Ate My Broadcast. Got DKB up in this bitch as always. Got special guest Racer Excess Cash in the house. It's like Super Nintendo. We're just missing a guest. But we ain't doing that shit, man. We're getting into the motherfucking moon. And like you said during the break, DKB, we've gone into a lot of different things with the moon. And ladies and gentlemen, if you listen to this and enjoyed it, if there's anything you want to know more about, go fucking Google it. I promise you can dive into a YouTube wormhole on any of the topics that we have spoken on about the moon for probably fucking days, and I just recommend a foil hat. That's really about it. Fuck. Dude, how many YouTube videos do you think you watched?
Oh, just the moon?
Yeah, on just the moon. Yeah.
I don't know. It's like I was like 2 or 3 days worth of shit.
Yeah.
I mean, those were just like a bunch of like 2-minute videos. I mean, there's like hour-long videos on there. I mean, you can really get into shit. Especially like, you know, like me, I was trying to look at all different things. I mean, if you just want, I mean, if you think all the shit we're saying is bullshit, and there's one thing you want to know more about, I'm telling you, look into it.
I'll tell you.
There's a shit ton of shit out there.
One thing I want to go into before we really cut this shit off, and I'm curious, I was watching some of the original footage from, I believe it was Apollo 16, if memory serves me proper. Then like I said, I was watching some of the actual footage from the moon where they're doing all this shit. 2 things that were really, really fucking weird. One, the bag that hangs from the lander, it was rocking back and forth. Which it shouldn't have. And like, to the point where the motherfucker went and got it off the rack and put it on top of the thing, where it was like procedurally, it was not supposed to fucking be. Right? Like, at all. And like I said, I believe this was Apollo 16. And then there's another spot in that same thing. You see one of the cables that's holding it down, you know what I'm saying? Like one of the support cables after they've landed, they've fucking slammed into the ground so it stays where the fuck it is. And I don't know what, man, but something shoots by and hits this fucking cable, makes it sling back and fling all the fucking way around. And I don't know. It was the weirdest shit. And they just...
That does sound fucked up.
Yeah, I should have seen it.
I don't think I've seen that. I mean, I might have seen it.
Oh, I'm going to have to...
I didn't see it recently.
I'm going to have to find that video again, DKB. I wish I should have fucking sent it to you when I found it, but I was watching it on my TV at night, just doing some research later on at night with the wife, fucking watching YouTube videos, so I wasn't like, didn't have that shit on my computer or anything where I could just send it to you quick. It was the weirdest thing, dude, and I think it's the greatest example of, like, something had to have been there. Like, the way that cable was hit, like, I want a fucking explanation for that, because it was some kind of
I remember I watched the video, and it was like it was almost like a sphere or something. It was, like, floating in the background. And, like, you could only catch it, like, a certain glimpse, you know what I mean? But it looked like it had a shadow on it. Yeah, it was just weird, like how it was just kind of floating by in the distance. So if there is somebody there, we don't know what kind of energy it is or whatever.
Well, if there's somebody there, they are definitely way, way ahead of us as far as technology. That much is obvious.
That would be true, yeah.
Yeah, like, then, and what degree of technology
apparently,
that is?
I want to say, I don't know if it was Russia or somebody was planning on sending somebody up to the moon, and I want to say 2020. So in the near future.
I did see
it's
that.
It's going to be commercial, isn't it? Like, we're not just countries, but like businesses are going to do it.
Apparently, United States or NASA wants to go up and build a space station, so it's going to be commercialized, definitely.
And that's kind of frightening, commercialized space, especially as little.
Well,
as
yeah, I mean, you got like you got SpaceX and what's the other one, Virgin Galactic. Shit. They want basically for your vacation, send you up to the fucking moon, or out in space or whatever.
Oh well, that's not.
Everybody
they're
wants
not
to get off
really,
this planet.
They're not breaking atmosphere though. They're not breaking. They're breaking the.
Well, they're wanting to.
Well, they
yeah,
are.
I remember like 15 years ago, the dude from the Backstreet Boys wanted to be like an astronaut or some shit, so he's signing up to do, like, they were trying to do like some mission where they were going to take just like normal people in and outer space and shit. But I mean, I don't really know what happened, or I don't really pay attention to it that much. But they were talking about that shit like 10, 15 years ago.
No, I'm at this point when it comes to space travel, I don't even know what the fuck to believe. It's so convoluted with so much bullshit within it. I mean, like I said, I've seen photos that were passed as moon landing photos that were shown to be obvious fucking fakes. I mean, and to the point where NASA was even like, "Oh yeah, we did that for marketing reasons." Like, they
and then you see shit like you say, the cable being hit, where it's fucking creepy, mistakenly, odd. I mean, it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, because if, let's say, go back to that cable being hit, and got it, like I said, I wish I had sent you guys and posted this footage up in the event and such. If I find it, ladies and gentlemen, I will post it in this event. I'll try and do that tomorrow as far as that particular footage. But, yeah, if you look at that footage, like I said, it explains that, one, we had to have gone to the moon, because that wasn't done on a soundstage, because if they would have done it on a soundstage, they would have fixed that shot. Right?
Alright.
So, and why did no one catch it and be like, hey, we can't put that footage out? Huh? No, this was, babe, if you were editing this film, you would have, that was pretty severe. It was pretty severe. You would, if you were an editor of a film and you didn't notice that, you're a fucking moron. And I mean, they said supposedly it was Stanley Kubrick, and I'd like to think he would have.
I don't know if it was Apollo 17 or 16. I want to say it was 17, where they went, the last time they went, and they drove, I want to say, I don't know how many miles they drove, like 30 minutes away from their camp to take samples. And when they got there, there's a camera on the rover itself, and the rover's, taking a shot of the background as they're driving, or as the guy was taking samples. And another guy has a handheld camera, which he was filming the other astronaut taking samples. Well, apparently, in one of the shots, in the rover shot, it's like a giant square, like concrete block or something, like in the background, like noticeably, to where they cut the light. I guess this, this was like a live feed type of shit. They cut the feed off, and then it went to the guy's handheld camera. Now, the handheld camera was at a different angle, so you couldn't see the same box. And then when it went back to the rover camera, which I guess they don't even use those handheld cameras hardly ever. So, like, you know what I mean? Like, there was an obvious switch. And when they went back to the rover, the rover cameras moved, so you never did, you know what I mean?
So, you see in space, the
shit like
box.
that.
You know what you described was what... That's really, really fucking weird. That's a Space Odyssey 2021, right?
Right.
Right? Big ass
Kubrick,
black box. You know what I'm saying? Stanley Kubrick.
Right. Alright.
True. It was around that time.
You never know.
So, in that, let's say that he directed all those films. Let's just put that out there. What if he threw that in there just to be a prick because he knew he was getting ready to do that film and he wanted to blow it up?
Yeah.
What if that was marketing? Yeah, it was marketing.
Or what if they were already on the set for that, and that's where they was doing that? It just happened they happened to accidentally get in the shot. You know what I mean?
That's how
they didn't have photo editing back then. They couldn't just like Photoshop it
out. That's great. That's how Stanley Kubrick. That's how that fucking Space Odyssey got made. How he wanted it to. He's like, fine. I'll shoot a fake moon landing.
I'll do it myself. Fuck it.
Yeah, I'll do it. But you guys are gonna let me do this Space Odyssey movie that's crazy how I want to. Stanley conned the government. Damn, my wife is savage. Just like being like Stanley Kubrick's a sellout, pretty much.
Can't say that. Clockwork.
Yeah, no, he wanted his movie check. My wife was like, he fucking filmed that dumb shit with a... Look, if you fucking film a fake moon landing no, man, that's kind of heinous. Gentlemen? Well, that's kind of goddamn heinous. Fucking seriously. Really? DKB? Oh, ladies and gentlemen, that's some bullshit. But check it out. This has been Aliens Ate My Broadcast. I might come back for like 5 quick minutes. We might not. I don't know. But for real, check out all them theories. If there is any of them you were looking at and were like, that's some bullshit, go research them. I'm saying some of them are bullshit, some of them ain't. I don't even know what the fuck's going on anymore. Fucking moon might be hollow, fake, fucking full of aliens. I know it's not Nazis though, because they're in fucking all over this planet, unfortunately. But that's besides the point. After this shit, I gotta go take a moment and find my human side. And this is the human side of me. By myself, the unknown factor. Have a good night, y'all.
Due to some violent content, parental discretion is advised.
Human side of me, can't help it that I bring nothing but this beast. But you all killed my other half long ago. Fuck it, anyway, who needs a soul? As long as I got her, I won't lose control. So don't fuck with her, or I'll let this beast go. She-dogs, you all speak up these things. Snakes, wolves, in the end you're all the same. Me, I refuse to be labeled, I'm the unknown. Don't need a stable, just my human side rolling by my side, and let it be known my girl is down to ride. Ain't got no guns, don't like that homicide. All I do is bring a bunch of fucking knives. You wanna fuck with me, you're gonna have to realize it's business or my demon side.
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why right now. You wanna know why? Huh? Yeah.
I'm white, is the human side of me. Can't help it that I bring nothing but this beast. Cause my white is the human side of me. All I wanna do is find some relief. But my white is the human side of me. All I seem to do is spread a bunch of grief. But my white is the human side of me. Maybe with her I can find peace, but I can't. Fuck it, chaos will do. I thrive in that shit. How about you? It's not the path that I chose, just the one that I found. After everyone else had nailed their doors down. Show me how I didn't know why, but seeing what was behind my eye. They knew it before even I did. That's why they all looked at me weird as a kid. So fuck it, I'll make my own path. With a light, there's ours, there's no turning back. She's my human side, the thing that makes me complete. Without her, I'd probably just be right me. Take the image that you got preconceived, shatter it like you tried to, my fucking dream. And it's okay, go ahead, bring the insanity. You'll find out it only brings the best in me. I'm white, is the human side of me. Can't help it that I bring nothing but this beast. Cause my white is the human side of me. All I wanna do
is find some relief. But my wife is the human side of me. All I seem to do is spread a bunch of grief. But my wife is the human side of me. Maybe with her I can find peace.
Violent content. Parental discretion is advised.
Everyone I've ever had the pleasure to meet, I've envisioned at least hanging up by their feet. Open the carotid, let the blood drain out. Lay back, let it pour in my mouth. It's the essence of life, and I need you to bleed. Sorry, but truly, fuck your needs. Begging, pleading for my human side. Sorry, man, she's staying at home tonight. It's you, me, the thing in my head. Guess which one of us wants you dead? The factor, maybe the unknown, maybe someone way too far gone. There's fun to be had, no matter who does it. Human side tries to steer me clear of it. The one that tells me I need to chill when she sees my hand go to the sill. White is the human side of me. Can't help it that I bring nothing but this beast. Cause my wife is the human side of me. All I wanna do is find some relief. But my wife is the human side of me. All I seem to do is spread a bunch of grief. But my wife is the human side of me. Maybe with her I can find peace.
Yo, that's right, motherfucker. This is No Fucks Given Radio. Yo, DKB, I like you, dog. Yeah, for real. I don't know what you're talking about.
Appreciate that.
You know, yeah, you erased the boat, man. That's the shit. Just a couple of my brothers over here on No Fucks Given Radio, man. Yeah, you can catch us on all kinds of fucking crazy ass shows. But this is Aliens Ate My Broadcast, gentlemen, ladies, all y'all out there fucking listening or not, whatever. Maybe you're fucking whacking one another off. I don't frankly give a fuck, man. Right?
Whoa.
But I wanna. What? Did I go too far?
Yeah, the aliens will definitely eat that broadcast.
I'll swing on them. Better leave my goddamn
talking
broadcast.
About moons and whacking people off, man. I don't know.
Yeah. That's weird, talking about the moon and whacking people off. Hey, isn't that what people do? You stare at the moon while you get whacked off, right?
You're looking up, probably.
See? That's what I'm saying. Right? You know? I mean, I like to look down and watch, too, but that's besides the point. Sometimes you gotta look up at the stars. But what I want to know is, Racer, yeah, our special guest of this episode. What's up, man? Final thoughts on the moon and the conspiracies within it. And do you believe any of them? Like, do you think we landed there? What's up? Aliens? Is it hollow?
Pretty interesting. I think, I don't know. I feel that they didn't really land on the moon when they claimed to land on it, but I feel they've landed on it since then. And I love marinara sauce, so it's a good episode.
Fair enough.
Fair enough, fair enough. Mr. DKB, man, final thoughts on the moon.
Yeah, the moon is fucking crazy. That is my final thought. We definitely have been to the moon. Like Racer said, I don't think we went in whatever that was, 69 or whatever. The original moon landing.
Yeah.
Moonwalk, whatever.
Neil Armstrong.
I don't believe that. But anyways, yeah, I think it's real. I think the moon's real. I don't think it's, it might be hollow, man. I don't know. I mean, it might be artificial, but it's definitely up there in the sky. It's not a fucking hologram. But, all I'm saying is there might be somebody up there. There might be some dark shit on the dark side, some bases. There might be shit on the, the side we can see. So, I mean, I don't know. But, yeah, definitely the moon is fucking crazy. And I didn't think that growing up, looking up at the moon, I'd be talking about all this crazy shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, dude, certainly.
The moon is fucking nuts.
Yeah, I would never have thought, looking up at the moon, that in any capacity I would ever think that it was hollow to begin with. There's aliens on it. I mean, the Nazi thing I think is entirely bullshit. That's the one out of all these conspiracies I'm like, no. I am kind of prone to agree with you guys.
It was a good movie.
Wait, what?
watched Iron Sky?
Oh, yeah, dope movie. I'm still waiting for the
Not
sequel to
too
that.
long.
Where the fuck's the sequel to that?
Yeah. Supposed to be coming.
I want to see. Look, I seen a sequel that had Hitler on a T-Rex, and I don't give a fuck, and like fuck Hitler and whatever. But that shit is hilarious, ladies and gentlemen, and that's all I gotta say about that.
Shit.
Yeah, Hitler on a T-Rex is just fucking funny. All right, if you can't laugh at that, then do me a favor and jump the fuck off a cliff for real, because you're way too goddamn serious, man. That's what the fuck it is, and that's what it boils down to. But I do agree with you guys. I do think we've landed on the moon. It probably wasn't when they fucking said it was, but that's just the goddamn truth, man. Yeah, but everything else is one of them things I really just think it's open for fucking debate. And I mean, unless you have true proof, which I don't know how you'd have true proof that you could really explain to someone just in front of them. I don't know how the fuck you would have it. It would. Jesus, I really don't fucking know, man. I suggest if you, like I said, if you've heard any of these topics we went over and you are interested in them all, research it more. I don't know what to believe, ladies and gentlemen, as far as the moon. Fuck, it really might only be 70 miles wide, because that shit really makes sense, because light shouldn't work like that. Yeah, I swear to God. But ladies and gentlemen, this has been Aliens Ate Your Broadcast. Yeah, well, at least they're trying to eat mine. My bad. Look, I fucked up the name of my show. But whatever. This is Aliens Ate the Broadcast. At least they're trying to.
Aliens Ate My Broadcast on NFGR.
It's all fun and games until Factor starts fucking up. Yeah, but It's All Fun and Games by Chuckles, featuring Dark Half. Have a good night, y'all.
Later.
It's all fun and games when you're trying to act tough. When you think you got the boss and the fucking wrong crowd. When you're messing with the freaks and you're fucking with the freak show. You get your ass beat and leave you rotting up in heat smoke. Then that grandma put your knife and slit your mama's throat. Then that leave her in the dirt, get devoured by the crows. I'm about to take your soul with a swing and a machete, bitch. Slice you up in a million pieces so there's nothing left, trick. Cause I got a serious mental problem that I have to release upon you pussy ass niggas thinking shit don't stink. It's fucking hysterical, gonna make your lives so miserable. I said cock this 45 and let it shoot your pupil. God damn it, like some devils in the human flesh. About to put an end to back and rappers. I mean, they're the best, and Mrs. Carmen's a bitch. When we punch them in the hood and cross them out by one for the greater fucking good. Fun and games when a faggot talks shit until we toss them in the pile and we hack them in the bits. They cold shit, cold shit, cold shit, cold shit. And if you're down with the cold crew, you gotta represent by drinking the Kool-Aid and you say it like this. They cold shit, cold shit, cold shit, cold shit.
Out here, the only person you ever should fear. You'll see, death is there, so you better stay clear. We be the only clique that be killing them all. Hollering them all, Holocaust, hot Molotov, your shit in your drawers. Yo, Freddy is back in an all-black Cadillac, bumping this track. I'll be busting off caps in the back of the lack while Freddy's laughing at your ass. What you think about that? We some killers from the Midwest, baby, it's true. Pay dues, these other rap cats thinking we rule. It's true, yo, do-do, my crew's cuckoo. Rocking granny panties while we eat up all the Fruit Loops. Man, yo, this can't compare with my suicidal thoughts, so please stop the staring. Loaded clip, loaded 45, blow my brains out, they won't take me alive. Come on.
It's all fun and games when a faggot talks shit until we toss them in the pile and we hack them in the bits. They cold shit, cold shit, cold shit, cold shit. And if you're down with the cold crew, you gotta represent by drinking the Kool-Aid and you say it like this. They cold shit, cold shit, cold shit, cold shit.
It's all fun and games till your brain stain my shirt and your blood squirts. From the bullets I disperse, no need for a hearse. You going straight in the dirt, I'm diverse with killing, so it looks perverse. Yeah, my verse gets worse, cause I'm cursed with these demons that wanna see you chopped up.
They wanna see you bleeding.
AK-47, chop your body down to nothing. You better get to ducking once my weapon gets to bucking. Death is beautiful, like when Lucifer sings. An angel spread their wings like an axe, how it swings in the backs of these hacks who they can rap. Me mugging like they wanna give my face a slap, when in fact all they want is an autograph. And they act like I will snap like Zito and Maniac. You whack cats who talk smack and get clapped. This is our chance to strike back, so think fast.
It's all fun and games when a faggot talks shit until we toss them in the pile and we hack them in the bits. They cold shit, cold shit, cold shit, cold shit. And if you're down with the cold crew, you gotta represent by drinking the Kool-Aid and you say it like this. Say cold shit, cold shit, cold shit.